G'day Ranker, welcome back. Lots happening this week, but I wanted to direct your attention to this ad that appeared on X today, and it's a job for an agent, not for a human, but for an agent. They're paying $10,000 a month. Now, they're saying if you're an agent, you can apply for this job, and if you're a human that's developed an agent, please let us know. And it's $10,000 a month, and presumably they're going to get working 24/7. Because it's got to do with content and product assessment and all sorts of things. So you can go and read that on X. I'll leave the link in the description, but it's an interesting concept and I can see how it would work. And that's because of what we've been doing in our own business now. Like we've all got our own assistants, and the adage that we've been saying for the last 3 years, garbage in, garbage out, applies. Because I thought about it in the context of Jan. I've been working with Jan. She stuffed up the monthly reports this week. So not happy, Jan.
Not happy, Jan!
And that's the main reason I call her that, by the way. And the our upshot of that is that I didn't train her properly, right? And at the moment she's using a couple of different models, but she's gone and picked up stale tasks and all sorts of things, which, you know, shouldn't be in the monthly report. So I've got some work to do there, but that's my fault for not training that model. And unlike a staff member, if they get things wrong twice or 3 times, you start to question what's going on. But with the model, it is, or with an agent, it's usually the user that is the problem, that there is always a workaround and you've just got to find it. So, and I'm seeing some amazing agentic systems popping up all over the place at the moment. And this is why I'm so bullish on an AI first future for commerce and e-commerce online, is because we're not going to be sitting in front of the computer doing this ourselves or looking for something to buy. We are going to use agents to do that. We already are. We're seeing the traffic. And the models now are just next level to support these agents, these agentic systems. And what it's made clear to me is that I have to make these agentic systems part of my business process. That to me is the new asset. Sure, you've got your CRM with your client base and your recurring revenue and all those sorts of things. But what are the systems and the underlying processes or the agentic processes that take your business to the next level? And that's what we're looking at the moment. And to give you an example of that, I mean, the models underpinning this now, I've got a model sitting locally on my hard drive for free that is powering Jan. That is the equivalent of an OpenAI model that was released about a year ago. So the open source stuff is really up there now, and I can use it on my machine. We've got the costs of hardware coming right down as well. And so everything is sort of converging to what they're loosely calling AGI, but I don't know, I think we've kind of passed it. And I think the next step we're going to see is this possibly artificial superintelligence, but we'll see. But in the meantime, these tools exist right now that can have a real impact on your business. And they're certainly having an impact on our clients' businesses as well, because there was this article that came out last week from Harvard Business saying that, you know, we fill in that extra time that we've saved with AI with extra tasks. And it relates to the Jevons Paradox and a whole bunch of other things. And I've been saying that for about the last 18 months. We are busier than ever. And, you know, one of those reasons too is that I'm training future staff members. I'm working late into the night after dinner and all those sorts of things, getting Jan up to speed, because I know that's investing in the future of my business. And I know that time that I might save doing that, I can dedicate to things I normally wouldn't get to for a client, like going down into the nitty gritty and developing the app of that score, which at the moment was great. We've just been approved by Shopify. Thank you, Shopify. More on that soon. And it allows me to quickly see things I never would have seen before because I've had the time and the tools and the power to develop this other stuff. So that's, you know, your productivity time that you save. Yes, it does get filled in. The same as when we had typists. Now everyone's typing. We don't have typists anymore. The same is kind of happening with these systems. There are some people that are saying that no human who is on a screen or working in digital will have a job in a couple of years. I don't know whether I could see that, maybe. I don't know. And that's the truth of it, because it is moving so fast, but then you'll have moments like I had today where I wasn't happy with Jan at all. And you start to go, well, why did that happen? And the reason, when I look back, it's the steps, it's how I built Jan over the last few weeks. And that's why, once a week I'm going through a revamp of her skills, how she accesses things, how she responds, how she writes things, the models that underpin her, all of those sorts of things, because I know it's a long-term investment. So I would encourage you to play with these tools. If you haven't played with Claude Code yet, I would, or even Claude Cowork, if you're not technically minded, go and have a look at Claude Cowork. I know a lot of people are boycotting OpenAI and ChatGPT at the moment, and Sam, the CEO, is coming under a lot of flack at the moment. And Anthropic, the makers of Claude, being cheeky as they were, they offered or have set up a way for you to import all your memory from ChatGPT into their Claude environment. And for me, that was the biggest sticking point of sticking with ChatGPT, is that memory. Now I've been in Claude Code so long, I don't miss that memory that was in ChatGPT. And I've probably used ChatGPT once or twice this year. I've still been paying for my Plus subscription though, so I think I'll be cancelling that soon. Nothing to do with the boycott, just that I'm not using it, so why would I keep using it? And I've used Codex and all these other tools that they've got, but I just find for what I need, the open source models are now really powerful, so I can do a lot of that basic stuff here cheaply, no token costs, and then I can use some of the frontier models, like the Claude Code ones, Gemini, whatever, as I need to. Hopefully that's helpful. If you have any questions, if you have an opinion about whether you would hire an agent for your business, what would you pay $10,000 a month for if they worked 24/7 for you? Hopefully that's helpful. See you next week. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and of course, tell your friends. And thank you very much for all the comments so far. Thanks very much. Bye.